Probably look so chuz, but just talk to a camera, right? I'm at a park. It's really beautiful, and I'm listening to Claro. I'm listening to Charm. Third time's a charm. Um, it's the 2 year anniversary, so it really sits heavy on me. Doesn't really know, but I love Claro, so I felt like listening to her today. But I'm not sure. I just wanted to say just go for what you want. And although I'm gonna say all this and not follow it because I'm always gonna be someone who's very protective over myself, and I really struggle with allowing failure to happen. Although that's just a part of the process. Like you will fail. You can't do everything right, and just by avoiding anything that could end in result in failure won't get you anywhere. Um, and that really sucks because I just hate how it feels to fail. Cause you try. Like if you try, and it's not enough, then what do you do then? That's just like something that's always weighed so heavy on me to give my full effort, and for it not to be enough. Like if I'm just not able to do it, or some things aren't right for me, and that's just scary. Like I'm not sure where I'm gonna be in a few years, or even just in a month from now, or with if I'm with going to be with anyone, or just how my life will look. But I think there's a little bit of wisdom within all of us to know that this is our life, and all we can do is just live it, make the choices that we think are best for ourselves, and yeah. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I mean, it isn't really scripted or anything. Well, my shoes are pretty. Whoops. Well, it looks like I have high boosted. But yeah, just I'm not sure because I can say a whole bunch of crap, and I'm just one of the people who won't follow what I say when I think it's a bit valuable. I think anything that anyone puts even just a little bit of thought into is valuable. Um, but even so, I'll always struggle with, you know, just striving for what I want, and this kind of always confused me. Like, I don't feel like I'm ambitious, but I think it's more so there's only so much I believe I can do, and that is limited to things I know for a fact are easily done or without a challenge, you know. And I mean like there's only so many easy things in life that are you know there. The rest of it is just like hard work and dedication, which I'm not sure why that scares me. But yeah, I mean, I really wish. Well, I shouldn't wish because it's something that I can achieve. So there's no need to not look for it inside of myself. Yeah. Um, but I feel like I know what's best for me, and a lot of times I'll make the right choices. Let me start heading back. Cause okay, it's kind of dark, right? Right, guys. But yeah, it's actually really red. I don't like it. Um, I'm not sure where I was gonna go with that, but I just felt like I don't know. I'm at a crossroads where I feel like I just want to improve my life, and a lot of times I would just try to distract myself with anything I could easily grab to fixate on for a while until I realize that's not gonna help me with what I really want. And I mean, it's just like um, my shoes are very squeaky. just a cycle that I want to break. I don't think it's healthy to to not try, because that's how I feel about myself. I feel like I just haven't been trying, and how's that fair to myself? It's just scary to just fail. Like, I'm not sure why I've always had this huge fear, this phobia of rejection and failure. Like, it just makes me feel like I'm not good enough. And although some part of me can understand how that's true, um, like I said before, it's just part of life. And I'm not sure why I can't just get over it. Like, it's not as easy as just said and done. Like, I can't be like, all right, just fail and get up after every single attempt and get back at it. Like, I wish I was someone like that. And I know it sucks to say I wish, because it's something you can work on and achieve. It's not unachievable, it's not unattainable. It's something that I can have for it to be within me. And yet here I am saying I wish. How silly is that? But I still haven't been able to get there, and I'm not sure if that means it's just not for me right now, or maybe it'll never be. Maybe it will be something I always struggle with. My apologies for stuttering. But this is a nice path. I like it when it's paved and not just dirt. My shoes are a bit dirty, but that's what shoes are for, right? But what is it today? July 11th, 12th? Oh, today's the 12th. That's so sad. Well, you know, time only goes on, and I can't really just sit on this forever. At some point, I gotta get moving, and maybe that day will be soon. Just really need to open my eyes and just go for it. Although I keep saying scary in it, but I'm just so frightened. Like, how can I really go for what I want? Like, it just seems impossible to me. It has always seemed impossible. Like, I don't even want to try. And if I've always blamed like a lack of ambition, but truly I think it's a fear. And if only I could get over that, if only I would just wake up and be revitalized into somebody who's fearless, into someone who just strives for what they want. And maybe I just haven't found my craft, and that's all I need. But it can't be as simple as that. If only. But look, we're on the way back. This actually made it feel a lot less lonely here. I've been feeling, it made a new clip. But I've been feeling a little bit more lonely every now and then. But you gotta be okay with being with yourself, because at the end of the day, you were born with you and you're gonna die with yourself. And you live with yourself every single moment of your life. So if you can't stand 10 minutes alone, then it's gonna be tough. Got a long life ahead of everybody. But yeah, man. As if I'm talking to someone. Stranger danger. Oh, pretty. There was a party here, but they're gone now. Oh, actually, it doesn't sound like they're gone. Yeah, hopefully. I don't know, I hope. I am going to. Words do matter, and how you speak to yourself matters, and how you allow others to speak excuse me. How you allow others to speak to you also matters. Words are powerful. They invoke our emotions, whether someone can say something that makes you happy or something that makes you sad or angry or upset, it's very important to make sure you have others around you that keep it real, but also know how to make sure they're not being an asshole. Because there's a time and place, but tough love isn't for everyone. And sometimes it can be taken too far where it can be very tough. It doesn't really seem like a lot of love. But I keep saying but. And fanboys. Um I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about how everything has gone recently. But there's another one. I can only move forward. There's a lot of regrets I have, and a lot of things I will try to stand behind, even if I feel a little bit weary. Um, I'm not sure if I would take anything back, but there's another one. I never laugh. I just feel like I want to make the right choice every single time, and that's just not possible. I mean, even if I did, I know I would never even believe I did, or if I have someone verifying. Ooh, a bug got in my eye. My car is over there. Um, whoa. If I had one message to get out to everyone, it would be your life starts when you accept your truth. I honestly, 3 months ago, I never would have thought it was here. And not in that way, but I never would have thought my life would have made it to this point. I really thought that I would have to live in agony, hiding myself forever, always lying and concealing the truth, which was really scary to me. It got harder and harder every day until I just felt like I couldn't do it. Um, I've had to let go of people because I couldn't even accept myself. How could I accept other people? And that just breaks. That just broke me. But I'm sure it breaks other people as well. And I just had a really tough time. Just the thought of having to say my truth, it weighed a lot on me. And although it just seems like two easy words, it never felt easy to tell my parents, to tell my friends, to tell family. It never felt like something that was simple. It felt like it. No, it didn't even feel like it took everything in me to live for myself, to be myself unapologetically. It took a lot of courage, but I know without my friends, I would not have been able to be out of that place that was so dark. It was terrible. And that's why I just really stand behind living in your truth. Because hiding in the shadows, just pretending to be this person that you're not, is only something you can uphold for so long. And at a certain point, well, at many points, I felt like I was many people at once. And I didn't really know who I really was. It was a struggle. I felt like I had multiple identities, and I didn't I didn't have an image of myself. I didn't know who I was truly. Like, I had this act, and was that me? Have I been acting for so long that this is just me? Or is there somebody that I've been hiding down, deep, deep down, and that's the real me who I've just never let out or I've never been? But I think it's a mix of both. There's a lot of questions have a nuance, and that's something I fail to to remember a lot of times that there isn't just a clear answer. There could be multiple answers, or just one, or just it could be two or three, or there could literally be zero answers to something because I can't know everything, and that sucks. But it's part of being human. If I knew everything, I would be up in the clouds. But that's why I'm down here. Man, be yourself. It may not be easy. First thing you gotta do is accept yourself before you try to accept others and others to accept you. But it's worth it in the end. There's nothing better than to just breathe and be my own breath and not somebody else's, someone who I created a face for other people to look at because I didn't feel like the one that I was born with was acceptable. You know, I hated myself for so long, and it was hurtful to not have this good image of yourself, or to think of yourself in a positive light. But the truth will set you free, and I only hope that everyone gets to live in it, to cherish it, to breathe in it, to laugh. My car is down this way. I'm not sure if anything I said made sense, but it's alright. Words are just words. That's just a puddle. It's time to go to rest up, to prepare for the next day. Because I want to live every day. Every day brings something new. And that's something worth living for. To see the sun rise and set every single day. How beautiful. My car's locked. Alright. If that made any sense, then hit the like button. Bye.